Good evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday. All right, let's see. Let's grab some relevant drinks here. Okay, and then we'll get the party started. Yeah, good evening. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, there's some incident happening in Washington, D.C. This Trump supporters uh, went into Capitol in Washington, D.C. Tried to block the certification, whatever, President-elect Joe Biden. But I think they were mostly peaceful. They were not like BLM protesters. They didn't do spray painting all over the Capitol. They did not do that. So there was no vandalism. They didn't break all the statues, take the statues down. They did not do that. The Trump supporters, they are mostly American patriots. They do not hate American history, unlike BLM people. But BLM protesters, they're not just blacks. They're whites, browns. That's BLM. BLM is more like Democratic Party. And Trump supporters today went to Capitol and there was some violence. They fought with police officers because police officers tried to prevent them from coming into the Capitol building. But yeah, so there was some violence there. But once they got inside, they didn't like spray paint Capitol or anything. They didn't take down the statues or anything. No. They just caused the evacuation of those politicians from Capitol. That's pretty much it. Yeah, one lady passed away, but we don't know what happened. We don't know who was the shooter. She was shot by some guns, and she passed away. That's we're sorry, but we don't know what happened. Was it those protesters, or was it the police officers who shot that lady? Or was it some straight bullet? We don't know what happened. Okay, so but mostly it was very peaceful. Mostly, yeah, and also they didn't do any spray painting, taking down those statues. They did not do that. So that's very. They were a lot better, behaved a lot better than BLM. Okay, protesters. Because BLM protesters, they were really bad. Yeah, some of them were nice, some of them were peaceful, but a lot of BLM protesters, they were burning, they committing arson, burglary, graffiti, vandalism, taking down the statues and spray painting all over. Okay, BLM protesters, they did do that. They were extremely violent. Not all of them, but many of them. But today's President Trump supporter in Capitol, I think they were mostly peaceful. There was some violence though. Yeah, I've seen the footage. Yeah, they fought with police officers to get over the barricade to get into the Capitol building. But once they were inside, they were just sitting on the chairs of these offices of these politicians, take selfies. They're just having fun. But they didn't like steal things or vandalize, spray paint. They did not do that. But Vice President Pence, he accused them of vandalism, and that was wrong. That was incorrect. There was no vandalism, as far as I've seen. All right, so yeah, nowadays Vice President Pence, he more like became more like Democrat. Okay, so to the disappointment of many conservatives. Okay, so well, whatever. That's politics. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, President Trump, he resisting all the way to the end is kind of entertaining. Yeah. I just don't like the fact that a lady passed away there during the today's Capitol event, the protest. I don't like the lady passing away. Okay. But other than that very sad news, yeah, it made big headline and yeah. So other than latest passing, uh, people protesting around the Capitol, it was big news. Whatever. Okay. All right. We'll do some more mathematics, shall we? Because humanology, we can get back to it anytime. Why? It's already done, right? We are moral, ethical, metaphysical elites. We are minority, right? Not many people are watching this. But we are blessed minority, the chosen few by God. Like metaphysically speaking, so we are metaphysical minority, but we are smart minority means we are some kind of elite, metaphysical elite. Okay, so yeah, I think that we should count our blessings. Okay, yeah. Only a handful of people know about this humanoid series. Okay, so we're kind of like metaphysical elites. Okay, so yeah, so anyway, let's do some mathematics. Okay, so because humanology, let's take broke from it, take a vacation from it. You can get back to it anytime, right? So Fermat's last theorem, well, Fermat's last conjecture before it was proven, right? So x, y, z, they are natural number. Well, n two, n, x, y, z, they are natural numbers. Okay. Then, if this is true, then n has to be either one or two. Okay, so that's Fermat's last conjecture, and it was proven by Mr. Professor Wiles or something back in 1990s, I think. Okay, so when he proved that, it wasn't big in the news, but there's very difficult kind of proof using like elliptic curve theory or something, some kind of theory that I don't understand. Using like abstract algebra, group theory, whatever. Okay, those things I have no interest in learning. So, and I was in high school in South Korea when he proved this using those difficult theories. I challenged him. Okay, I mean in my mind. So I tried to prove this in an easier way. I thought I could, but that project did not succeed. But then what's the point of telling you that what I tried to do back in 1990s, like 30 years ago, just for fun? Okay, 25 years ago, just for fun. Okay, because Fermat's last conjecture it spawned a lot of good theories in mathematics. That even if some of those theories did not result in proof of this conjecture. Okay. Yeah, so it still helps. Because who knows, yeah, all those mathematical theories, yeah, it may have some value to it. Okay, so at least educational value, right? So we'll take 5 minutes break and then I'll tell you some of the failed approaches I took. Okay? Just for fun. Recreational mathematics. All right. We'll take 5 minutes. Yeah. I mean, Vice President Mike Pence, I can understand his difficulty because, I mean, come on, he's been loyal to President Trump all of these 4 years, but I don't think he turned his back on him. He said he looked at the Constitution and he just does not have power to override the electoral electoral college vote result. So we can understand, and we don't blame. I mean, I don't blame many Republicans. We don't blame President Pence, Mike Pence. We can appreciate his difficult position, but politics. But yeah, to some, I don't know if they were genuinely shocked. This pro-Trump protesters taking over the Capitol for a while. But mostly they were peaceful. Mostly. I mean, I look at the footage in the YouTube. They were like entering the Capitol building in a line, and yeah, they took some selfies. Okay, but they didn't destroy anything, as far as I've seen. They didn't steal anything, destroy anything. No spray painting. No, they were quite respectful actually. Yeah, they sit on the chair of the senators or congressperson, their offices, or this big place where they meet. To me, that was entertaining. Okay, it was funny that common citizens sit on those high chairs. Typically, those high-ranking politicians sit. Okay, so they took over for a couple of hours. I think that was interesting and amusing even to see. It wasn't terrifying at all because they were not violent. Mostly, I mean, and when they had to break police barricade, yeah, there was some violence. I've seen it. Okay, but once they got in there to the Capitol, they were quite peaceful. So that was my observation. Okay, and it was. We are very sorry that a lady passed away, and I really am saddened by that. But uh, yeah, let's just do mathematics, shall we? Let me put on my jacket. Yeah, it's getting chilly. Oh, yeah. I mean, President Trump. initially he encouraged his supporters to get into Capitol building, but after he saw some violence breaking out, he said, "Yeah, they should go home," and they did. Right? Yeah. They're mostly peaceful, in my opinion. Okay, yeah. There was some violence. Okay, so were they better than BLM protesters? Maybe just a little bit. Because once they're inside the Capitol building, of course, no BLM people charged into Capitol building before, right? They didn't. BLM. So in a way, pro-Trump protesters are they then worse than BLM? Some people may say that, but they didn't like spray paint or arson or vandalism, or they didn't. I don't think they did. Okay, I mean, from what I've seen as many footage as possible, and I mean during my spare time. But I didn't see any vandalism. They were just taking selfies. Pro-Trump, they Republican people, and they love the American history, right? So, yeah, they are not like BLM people who really hate American history. Some part of, so, like taking down statues, like spray paint all over. That's more like BLM. Also, they commit vandalism, looting, theft, arson. But pro-Trump protesters, they didn't do that today. And this kind of massive scale pro-Trump protesting, well, they in the past it happened before, right? There was some violence there too. But, so maybe they are about the same. BLM pro-Trump protesters, Republican side, Democratic side, maybe they are about the same. Okay, I don't know. But in my personal opinion, I'm against mass protesting. Why? Because it could be very dangerous. Small group protesting, I did before when I was in my political campaigning. Just a few dozen people waving flag on the street corner. Yeah, I did participate that. Sometimes I did it all by myself too. And I've seen other people doing that as well. Yeah, just street corner, flag waving, okay? Yeah. But when it comes to mass protesting, I'm against it. Why is too dangerous and too mainstream? So yeah, it becomes too dangerous when too many people are protesting. Okay, so I'm kind of against it. Right. Okay, so yeah, this one way to state it is if then else. Okay, if these two conditions are met, all these numbers are natural numbers, and actually this means n has to be one or two. Okay, so that's one way to state Fermat's last theorem. Now it's theorem because it's proven. Okay, so okay. The way I try to tackle this is to focus on the last digit when you power it, because it's very well known, okay, among number theorists. Uh, it becomes cyclic, okay. So, for example, you have n, then 2 to the n, and the last digit of 2 to the n, okay, 1, 2, 2, 2, 4, 4, 3, 8, 8, 4, 1, 6, 6, 5, 32, 2. So that's the one cycle. So period of 4. After that is the last digit of 2 to the n repeat itself. Okay? 2486. It repeats itself. Okay. So that's how I try to tackle Fermat's last theorem. I wanted to prove it this way. Okay. Just looking at the last digit of each of these. And that approach didn't quite work. Okay. This morning, I tried to redo this kind of proof, a lot easier proof of Fermat's last conjecture. It still didn't work. Okay. But it has some illustrative purpose. Okay, so in row algebra, if you recall, all right, it's this. Okay, so last digit 2 to the n row 10. You divide by 10. What's the remainder? That's the last digit, right? Is equal to uh 2 to the n row 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is the period, right? If this guy is 0, no. Uh, n is n. Boolean hybrid term, okay? Iverson bracket. Yeah, so that's that. 2 to the nth last digit, okay? If n divided by 4, remainder is 1, okay? Then it's 2. Otherwise, 4, 8, 6. So it's just raw algebra expression, okay? We take 5 minutes break, okay? And I turn this close to you so that you can see it. Alright, so. Okay. There we go. Okay, so a lady passed away during this pro-Trump protest in the Capitol Hill. So I wish it never happened. Okay, I mean we cannot justify this otherwise entertaining event because at the expense of one person's life. That's not right. Life is infinitely valuable, right? So entertainment cannot justify a person's death because we don't like human sacrifice concept. That's wrong, right? I wish it never happened, okay? Because of course nobody knew it would happen this way. But mass protest, there's always a big danger of people getting hurt or sometimes even losing their lives. So that's why I'm against, in general, mass protest. It becomes too dangerous. So person's life is infinitely valuable, and so some entertainment cannot justify one person's death. Okay, because that's become like human sacrifice for entertainment's sake, and we oppose that, right? Yeah. Let's say what needs to be said. Yeah, and Vice President Pence is correct. Yeah, he does not have the authority to override electoral college system. That's President Trump demanded him to do that, but that's impossible demand. Impossible demand because that's more like treason, mutiny. Yeah, President-elect Biden said, yeah, it's insurrection, and I don't think it's too wrong. Okay, so that's like, come on. But the protesters today in Capitol Hill, pro-Trump protesters, I think they're mostly peaceful. Okay, so should they go to jail? Hmm. Would President Trump, well, he doesn't have many days left, but he might try to pardon them beforehand. Legally, that's possible, right? Yeah. Just like President Nixon, his successor, Vice President back then, Gerald Ford, right? He pardoned President Nixon before he was convicted. Okay. So he resigned, so conviction never happened, but he was impeached. But whatever. Politics. Okay, so. All right. So I try to approach proving of this Fermat's last theorem by focusing on last digit only. All right. So because this kind of periodic repetition, it happens for all digits from 0 to 9. We only focus on the last digit. Okay. Yeah, this is very well known. Okay, periodicity. I mean, some abstract algebraists would may construe this in terms of group theory, cyclic group, periodic group, whatever. But I don't know abstract algebra. Okay, I know just a little bit because it's just too difficult for me to learn. So I'm not interested in learning it. Okay, because I'm kind of lazy or busy rather. Mathematics just we do for fun. Yeah. Okay. So we have that. Right? For example, is it possible some number, okay, is that possible? You have three z x y. They let's say they all end with two. It could be 12 or I mean, 102 or 12 and 22, whatever the number may be. It just and we just focus on last digit only. Okay. Would that possible? No. Why? Because this will become some number and 2 to the third, so it's like 8, right? Is that possible? And some number that ends with 6 and some number that ends with 8? No. So I try to use process of elimination this way. Okay? Then I realized it's not going to work. Why? Because some number that ends with 0 cube is this possible? Yes. Why? Because right hand side it will become some number ends with 0. Left hand side, okay, right hand side it will become like also some number that ends with 0. So yeah, it is possible. So this approach failed to disprove. Very much less theorem. But in some illustrative purpose, because let's go back to the basic Pythagorean theorem. Yeah, Pythagorean triple exists like 3, 4, and 5. 3 squared plus 4 squared is equal to 5 squared, right? Yeah. And there's some others like 5, 12, and 13. Okay. So let's take 5 minutes break and then think about Pythagorean triple, right? Yeah, just for fun. It's recreational mathematics, all right? We may not discover anything new, or sometimes we may, but we just mostly we do it for fun. Okay. I mean, raw algebra, right? At least we made some innovation in terms of notational convention, which is a good contribution, right? Like in tensor analysis, Einstein notation is good notational convention. Tensor analysis, right? Yeah, it's still good contribution. Okay. Yeah. So what is a good discovery by Mr. Einstein? Einstein notation in tensor analysis? I think so. So I learned tensor analysis just a little bit, okay, and I'm kind of convinced, persuaded that it's good notation convention, Einstein notation. Okay, I think so. Yeah, I think it's convenient. Yeah. But I stopped studying tensor analysis, like group theory, abstract algebra. I studied a little bit, but I stopped studying it. Why? It gets way too technical, and I don't have time for it. Mm. Yeah, we'll take 5 minutes, okay, and then we grab a new whiteboard, and then just have fun with mathematics, recreational mathematics. Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, look at us. Already came up with some notational convention, right? Whatever number that ends with two. Well, yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Okay, we take 5 minutes. Okay, let's grab new whiteboard. Alright. Whiteboard hunting. I don't know which one to pick, really. We just pick this one, okay? So, alright. Let's mix politics and mathematics, shall we? So BLM, I mean, not all BLM protesters were violent, okay? So violent part, of course, is wrong, all right? Even in pro-Trump protest, some protesters fighting with police officers. We don't want that. Any violence is wrong, right? No matter what ideology may be. But it's so unnecessary, right? That's not civilized society. Using violence as political tool, that's not civilized society. Yeah, it is. Yeah, BLM pro-Trump protest is sad chapter in American history. They use violence. Okay, and so America is not as civilized as we thought, both in left and right. Okay, yeah, it is sad. And but when it comes to BLM, even when BLM movement is not violent, they use capital B to spell black nowadays. That's black supremacism. They don't use capital W when they spell white people or brown people. They don't use capitalized B in the brown or W in white. Only in black they use they capitalize B. That's black supremacism. That's racism. That's racial superiority, and that's our objection to it. Even if they're non-violent, that's writing journalistic articles, news articles. Okay, a black man, a black woman with capital B. Yeah, so that's our objection. Systemic racism, that's what they say, but it's just capitalism is inheritance of wealth and also inheritance of poverty. It's not only black people who inherited, some black people who inherited poverty. Some black people inherited wealth too. Sons and daughters of football stars who are black. That's inheritance of wealth by black people. Some white people inherit poverty. Look no further than President Abraham Lincoln. He was a white guy. He was very poor. Later on, he became the president of the United States. Okay, so wealth, this inheritance of wealth or poverty, it doesn't really matter. Because some people who inherit all the wealth from their parents, don't always end up right. Sometimes they become drug addicts or even terminate their own lives. Okay, rich, wealthy heirs, they don't always turn out right. Okay, some people who inherited poverty, they turn out right sometimes. Look no further than President Barack Obama, who's half black, half white. Okay, he worked very hard, became president, two-term president. Okay, so inheritance of wealth or poverty, it doesn't really matter much. Okay, it's about individual discipline, diligence. What matters is the inheritance of discipline, metaphysical asset. President Barack Obama, President Abraham Lincoln, both born poor, but they inherited parental discipline, diligence. That's why they were able to succeed, although they were not born wealthy, rich. Okay, so that's what matters. Okay, so in the end, we are humanologists. Okay, so we know that stuff. And I write those things after we get fed up with mathematics. But for now, yeah, let's have fun with mathematics. Okay, humanology later. Okay. So. All right. What's next? Okay. Pythagorean triple. Let me grab my cell phone. Take picture of the previous stuff. Okay. Let me look up Pythagorean triple. Wikipedia. Are there infinite number of Pythagorean triples? Did they prove it or disprove it? Yeah, primitive Pythagorean triple, meaning they are co-primes to each other. Let's see if there are infinite number of them. Kind of excited. Yeah, mathematics is so fun once in a while. So we'll dance while the music lasts, okay? As long as mathematics is fun, we'll keep doing it. If it gets really boring, we'll stop doing mathematics and get back to humanology, okay? Why? Because we want to enjoy our lives, right? Humanology writing, that's we can do anytime, right? Because we already got it. Okay, it's almost like complete theory, right? So generating a triple. Euclid's formula. Okay. Yes, there are infinitely many primitive Pythagorean triples. Great, so it's already proven. Good. Euclid's formula. Okay, okay. Great mathematician, Euclid. Yeah, way back in the days. When? Let's look him up. Was it before Christ or after Christ? Mr. Euclid. BC. Okay. 400 BC. 300 BC. Okay, okay. So he was before Christ. How about Pythagoras? He was before Euclid. He's like 500 BC. 400 BC. Okay, so Pythagoras is predecessor to Euclid, huh? Okay, didn't know. All right. So they have generating algorithm of Pythagorean triple based on Euclid's formula. Great, but we don't care, right? Yeah. I mean, I'm not interested in learning that was already been found. I'm interested in finding something new, right? So because learning what's already been discovered, I do that sometimes, like this Euler's product formula, right? Oh, that was beautiful. I'm glad I learned it, okay, because it is so beautifully done. But we're gonna take balance between learning and discovering something new. Learning something old and discovering something new. We're gonna take the balance, right? Okay. And what we're gonna discuss here, it may not be brand new, but it doesn't matter. At least for us, it's new. That's good enough for entertainment, recreational mathematics. Okay, so yeah, okay. Let's give it some different perspective, right? Yeah. Yeah, amid all this political turmoil, we don't attend this mass protest, BLM or pro-Trump protest. Nah, we don't have time for it. And those mass protests are dangerous. We are kind of against that, okay? At least we don't participate in that. Why it's dangerous and we don't have time for it. We have better things to do, okay? We are learned, we are educated, right? So we can have fun without endangering our lives or limbs, okay? But some other people, okay, they are not quite educated. So to have fun, they go to mass protest like BLM or pro-Trump protest, left and right alike. But we are not that, okay? So we're educated. We can have fun doing mathematics, for example, right? That's benefit of education, okay? We can have fun safely, okay? Now, okay, we just do Pythagorean triple, okay? So uh, z squared is equal to x squared plus y squared, okay? Okay. Let's call out, let's do some process of elimination, right? So x and y and z, okay? The last digit of z, yeah, 0 to 9, right? X 0 to 9, Y 0 to 9. So there are 1,000 possibilities. 10 times 10 times 10 when it comes to last digit ending. Okay? Yeah. But out of that 1,000 possibilities, we can call out some. It's finite. That's the good news. Okay? For example, it cannot be that and left hand side, so this is not equal to, okay? So no, this doesn't work. Okay? So we call that one out of 1,000 possibilities. If it's zero ending natural numbers, yeah, then it works. There's some possibility of that. Okay? Yeah, there won't be co-primes to each other, but whatever. We are just giving it a new spin, new perspective of thinking about Pythagorean triple, or we can generalize to the third. It doesn't matter. All right? Generalize to n because last digit powered, they're cyclic. Always. There are only 10 possibilities. Huh? 0 to the n ends in 0. P at 1. 1 to the nth. Yeah, the last ending digit will be always 1. For 2, yeah, there are 2, 4, 8, 6. 2, 4, 8, 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 8, 6. 2, 4, 8, 6. Okay, for 3, yeah, yes, it's always cyclic. Okay, so there are only 10 possibilities. What's what this base 10 number ends with when you power it. It's all end up in cyclical. Okay, all 9 cases, all 10 cases from 0 to 9. Okay, it's very well known. What's it called? I don't know. I never looked it up. Okay, but I learned it when I was in Korean high school. Okay, so I know it's already known. Okay, but let me try to look it up. Okay, power cycle. It's called power cycle. Okay, yeah, unit digit of a number, last digit. Okay, okay. It's called power cycle. All right, all right. Hmm? For 3, it's like 3971, 3971. For 4, yeah, it has nice table there. For 4 is a 4646. For 7, 7931, 7931. For 8, 8426, 8426. For 9 is a 9191. For 6, 6666. 5, 555, 1, 111, 000. Okay, so the maximum period is 4. Okay, great. Yeah, it's called power cycle. Yeah. Hmm. Now let's go to Wikipedia. Power cycle. It does not have power Wikipedia article entry in it. Okay, let's just look up power cycle. Yeah, it's about this mathematics contest in high school, mathematics Olympics, mathematics contest, right? Yeah. So it's more like high school mathematics contest, Olympics. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I couldn't find it in Wikipedia, but I found it some other websites. Hmm. They have nice tables. Hmm. They have last two digits. I don't know how to call it. Last two digits? Well, I haven't thought about that, but okay. It's recreational mathematics, okay, so okay. There's some Chinese remainder theorem there too. Okay. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. I gotta mark this website, okay? Let me copy and paste this website real quick. Yeah. It was not Wikipedia, it was some different website, okay? It's about mathematics competition for high schoolers. Something like that, okay? So, yeah, it's beautifully done, okay? So, sometimes other websites are better than Wikipedia. Yeah, now, what is Euler theorem? It has to do with torsion function and RSA encryption. Okay, okay, whatever. Yeah, RSA. Those three people, they were like in MIT PhD. I'm not sure if they finished PhD or they dropped out, but yeah, they found out about this number theory, torsion function, Euler's theorem, and came up with nice encryption algorithm, right? Probably the computer science PhDs in MIT, Massachusetts, right? Yeah, they found the company and made a lot of money, right? Yeah. Using number theory in mathematics, okay, prime number theory. What an interesting history in mathematics. Yeah, prime number theory, right? And it has some practical application of encryption algorithm. This RSA people, three guys in MIT back in the days. Yeah, they found the company, made a lot of money, encryption algorithm. Okay, so how interesting. Yeah. So yeah, number theory is kind of pure mathematics, but later on it turned out there is some practical application, encryption, right? Password, all that stuff. How interesting. Okay. So Euler's theorem is, they say, Fermat generalization, Fermat's little theorem. What's Fermat's little theorem? How interesting. Okay. So yeah, they're trying to prove the Fermat's little theorem with mathematical induction. Okay. Yeah, they use this modular arithmetic, whatever. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Modular arithmetic. Hmm. You know what? Let's try to prove Fermat's last theorem, all right, using row algebra because modular arithmetic is cool, okay, but I'd rather use it row algebra, right? Yeah, modular arithmetic that's cool, okay, but I'd rather speak our own language, okay, it's row algebra, all right. We'll try to prove it, okay. Fermat's little theorem, right? Because modular arithmetic, yeah, its notation and convention is cool, but there's some good in there, but it's a little bit bulky and a little bit confusing. There's some good part in there, I get it. I admit it, but I'll stick with raw algebra. Okay, so right. So we take 5 to 10 minutes break and then we'll take a shot at proving Fermat's little theorem in the language of raw algebra as opposed to modular arithmetic language. Okay. Okay. That sounds like an interesting project. Yeah, it's just for entertainment, intellectual entertainment, just recreational mathematics, right? Yeah. With humanology, we get bored sometimes, right? Yeah. Because by now, we've been doing this for 3 years, right? We know pretty much all about it. Okay, humanology is already done. Just writing them down, very boring. So yeah, we're just having some fun with mathematics, okay? All right, we'll take 5 to 10 minutes break and then we'll go ahead and yeah, do some Fermat's little theorem proof. We'll try that using row algebra. Okay, this sounds like an interesting entertainment project. So, all right, yeah, mathematics and entertaining is because so otherworldly, so exotic. It's different from what we deal with on a daily basis as a non-mathematician, right? So, yeah, it's like escape from all this political turmoil, mumbo jumbo, COVID-19, from daily, mundane daily life. We go to work, come back home, we eat, exercise, repetition, right? Mathematics is something different. It's the kind of things that we don't daily deal with because we are not professional mathematicians, right? Yeah, it's escape, like a movie, roller coaster, okay? Yeah, but it's very safe. Nobody dies, nobody get injured. It's just brain exercise, okay? So there's some benefit of doing some mathematics. Okay, so all right, okay, we'll take 5 minutes break. Okay, so right. Very good. It's a good hobby, mathematics. Okay. Okay, let's grab a new whiteboard, okay? Whiteboard hunting always challenging because I don't like erasing things. Hey, let me take a picture of this whiteboard. Okay, you take this guy, okay? So yeah, that website. It was not Wikipedia. It was like something like brilliant.com, something like that. Okay, so it is brilliant. Very nice website. Kind of modeled after Wikipedia, I guess. Hyperlinks, clickable terms. Yeah, in French, they're brilliant, 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 right? I mean, excellent in French pronunciation is excellent, excellent, right? Yeah. Okay. So famous little theorem, it seems, in modular arithmetic, like a is any number, any natural number. P is a prime, right? And minus a is equal to 0 mod P, I think. Let me double check. Which is quite surprising. Famous little theorem, right? So, yes, it is. Okay. So, and if you pass it the other side, okay, a is any number, any natural number. A to the p is congruent to a mod p. Okay. So modular arithmetic, some basic about that. It's like cyclic periodicity. Like modulo 7, that's a week, Monday through Friday. Okay. And there's some kind of calendaring convention, okay, some arbitrary date like 5,000 years ago. So what's the accumulation of the date from that arbitrary point? Let's say the day of Jesus Christ, his birthday, right? 0 AD, December 25th, if there was indeed Jesus' birthday, okay. Yeah, we can count the numbers all the way from 0 AD, December 25th, and just add 365 days a year, and just accumulate 365 times 1, times 2, times 3. We can do that, okay? But that's not convenient. You have a year, season, 4 seasons, right? So yeah, modular arithmetic is just that. It's about clock, calendar. After 365 days over, let's start from 1 all over again for a whole year. Then after that, start from 1 as opposed to 366, 367, 368. Then big numbers become too big after 2,000 years. from the birthday of Jesus Christ. Okay, so it's not practical. Okay, it's number get too big. Okay, so that's the modular arithmetic cycle circle concept. Yeah, let's take a week. Let's call it 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Monday through Friday, or Sunday through Saturday, whatever. Right? Months. Yeah. Instead of adding up numbers, let's go up to 31. After 31, let's start all over again from 1. Lunar calendar, moon, right? And quarter, first, second, third, fourth quarter, okay? Year. Yeah, let's go up to 100, 365, not beyond that. We have leap year every 4 years, right? But barring that, okay, yeah, after 365, let's just start from 1 all over again, okay? And in calendar, it's like day of the week, Monday to Sunday, all right? And the day 1 through 31 months, okay? How many months? Yeah, 12 months. Why? Divide 360 by 30, roughly, approximately, okay? 30 days, months, 360 days, a year. Yeah, divide 360 by 30, 12 months. So that's the Western calendar tradition. It's cyclic. That's the modular arithmetic. Yeah, Gauss, he noticed that, okay, yeah. He did something about it. I read about it, heard about it. Yeah, Gauss, he's the founder of modular arithmetic, okay. He was interested in this calendaring, okay. Yeah, solar calendar, lunar calendar, whatever, okay. So he did study some of that, okay. Gauss, founder of modular arithmetic, okay. In this paper we are writing, copiomology, yeah, it's a copium arithmetic, sometimes, again, some other parts, yeah, copium calculus, okay. But that's humanology, okay. We are doing mathematics here, okay. All right. So to express this thing in raw algebra language, it's language translation, okay? From modular arithmetic to raw algebra. Modular arithmetic language to translate it to raw algebra. Okay? Right. Yeah, that's the translation of the second row, right? In raw algebra. If a to the pth divided by p is same as a, the remainder, okay, is the same as a divided by p, remainder is same. Okay, so how can you prove that? And p is prime number, okay? All right. Oh boy. Okay. Let's think about that. that's a challenge. How? It's already proven. Fermat's little theorem. Okay, it's already proven, but we want to give it a different take. Okay. Yeah, using the power of raw algebra, if there is any power to it. It's abstract. It's general formula. Okay, so yeah, let's make some example. Okay, yeah. Let's say A is 3 and P is 2. Okay? Right. So 3 to the second row 2, that's 1. Right? 9 divided by 2 was the remainder row 1. Okay? Now, uh, 3 row 2, yeah, that's 1 too. Okay. So yeah, it works that way. Okay. But does P has to be a prime number for this guy to be true? Hmm. Let's make an example, okay? Let's say A is 3 and P's period, okay? We'll not think about prime number, okay? Let's say period is 4, okay, so let's see if it holds true or not, okay? 3 to the fourth row 4. 3 to the fourth is 81, right? Okay, that's 1, okay? Now, 3 row 4, that's 3. Okay, so it's not equal. Okay, so P has to be prime, huh? Okay, okay. Why is that the case? We are trying to come up with an easier way to prove Fermat's little theorem using the power of raw algebra, if it has any power. That's to be seen. Okay, so uh, so P is a prime number, A is any number. That means uh, when you divide a number by a prime number, okay, there are two cases. A could be a multiple of P, prime number, or A may not be multiple of P. Okay. We are trying to come up with different way to prove this Fermat's little theorem using raw algebra. Okay, so because in mathematics, journalistic peer-reviewed journal publication, yeah, they value alternative proof of some theorem that's already have been proven. Okay, you come up with alternative proof to a theorem that's already been proven, it is still publication material. Okay, peer-reviewed mathematics journals. Okay, it's like that. Because it's different approach, right? Yeah, you can learn something about it. Yeah, mathematics is very educational discipline area, right? Yeah, it's something quite unique to mathematics. if A is a multiple of P, prime number, yeah, then A row P is zero, and A to the P row P is also zero. So that's done. But when A is not multiple of P, okay, then will it still hold true, this equality? Let's think about that. All right. So we'll take 5 minutes break, okay? Then we continue. We may have to grab brand new whiteboard, okay? No, no. I think we have enough space, okay? We'll take 5 minutes break and then we go ahead try to prove this using row algebra. Okay. So all right, we'll take 5 minutes, okay? Okay. Just having fun with mathematics, okay? So all right. Yeah, so this Gaussian modular arithmetic is about cyclicity, periodicity, repetition, circle, very kind of Eastern. Okay, so yeah, like Chinese remainder theorem. It has to do with modular arithmetic, right? Some system of modular arithmetic equations. Chinese remainder theorem. Yeah, cyclicity, circle, okay, it's very Eastern concept. Okay. And Gauss took notice of that. Yeah, you have this minute, 60 minutes. After that, start from one, right? Hour. Yeah, we have 24 hours a day. After that, start from one. You don't have 25th hour. No, hour one, not 25th hour. Hour one, okay. Yeah, it's a clock, circle. Look at a clock. It's circle, okay. 1 through 12, all right. Yeah, some clocks have 1 through 24, okay, whatever. U.S. Army convention, U.S. military clock is like, yeah, the time 20, no, it's like 23:11. That's like 11 o'clock p.m. 11, okay, whatever. They do that to distinguish a.m. and p.m., okay, whatever, okay, but yeah, it's modular arithmetic, Gaussian modular arithmetic. Okay. So what do we have here? Yeah, we gotta prove this, okay, using row algebra. Okay. I don't know if I can do this or not. Okay, so let's say, yeah, A is, okay, first case, A is a multiple of P. Okay, so yeah, P divide A. Okay, so meaning this language translation. Okay, so yeah, P divide A is a multiple of P. Okay, so A row P is zero. A is a multiple of P. Okay, meaning there exists some M multiplier exists M, which is a natural number. Okay, so what? A is called MP. Okay, so MP row P is zero. Okay, in row algebra, because in row algebra P and P they cancel out. Okay, so M row one is equal to zero because M is an integer natural number which is a multiple of one. Okay, yeah, you divide some number with one, then remainder is zero. Okay, so given that, a to the pth row p is equal to, so a square mp. Okay, so mp to the pth row p, okay, is equal to m to the pth and p to the pth row p, right? which is equal to p to the pth and the p times, okay? And you have p there, right? So they cancel out, okay? So something like that. Okay. So this reduces to, okay? So p to the n, okay? So in row algebra, okay? P to the n row p is equal to 0, right? Yeah, they kind of cancel out, okay? So this reduced to, okay? M to the pth row 1 is equal to what? 0, right? Something like that, okay? So you got that, okay? So let me take a picture of this and erase it, alright? I'm drunk, I'm lazy, okay? So we are dealing with raw algebra, okay? So recreational mathematics. Right. I think raw algebra is in some ways, some aspect better than modular arithmetic language, right? Okay, but if this prime number p does not divide a, that means a row p is some is equal to r, where r is not 0, right? There's some remainder that's non-zero. Okay, right. So p does not divide a. A is not multiple of p. There's some remainder, there's non-zero remainder when you divide a by p. Okay? That particular remainder we call r. Alright? Okay. Yeah, I'm drunk. We are not drinking and driving. I'm at home. This is my house, okay? We are doing drinking and mathematics. There's nothing illegal, nothing immoral, unethical, okay? We don't violate any codes. Okay, we are drinking and we are doing mathematics. That's not illegal. I'm at home, okay, so nothing illegal, nothing immoral, right? Yeah, I'm just drinking and doing mathematics, okay. Alright, we'll take 5 minutes break, okay. It's kind of heavy mathematics, right? Very much little theorem. We are trying to prove it using raw algebra as opposed to modular arithmetic, Gaussian modular arithmetic, okay. So, yeah. Recreational mathematics, okay. We'll take 5 minutes break, okay. Oof. I heard about this very much little theorem, but never studied it. It's first time in my life. Okay. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. So we take 5 minutes, okay? So and then we'll try this. Oh, make on a tent. Okay, we'll take 5 minutes. Ah, ah. Okay. Yeah, we're back. I've been online chatting with my cell phone with some of my friends, social media friends. Okay, so, okay. All right. So a is a number that's not divisible by p, so there's some remainder. Okay. When we divide a with p, prime number, there's some remainder. Okay. Non-zero remainder. All right. So and when we raise a to the pth and divide by p, will it end up equal to r remainder? Okay. Okay. When algebra, okay, yeah, we can express, right? A is equal to some multiplication, some multiple, okay, so of p plus r, right? Right? And r is not zero. Okay. So I'm taking the similar approach to this modular arithmetic proof of this Fermat's little theorem. All right. So okay, then MP plus R raised to the pth. Okay, that is equal to A to the pth. Okay. Yeah. Would it end up in, well, this this will have these terms of P, okay? It's kind of binomial coefficient, binomial expansion, okay? It's same approach taken by these mathematicians in modular arithmetic language. All right, we're just translating it into raw algebra language. Okay, it's language translation. Okay, all right. It's polynomial, right? Polynomial expansion, right? Yeah. The very first term will be m mp to the pth, right? Polynomial expansion, right? Yeah. The second term, it's been a long time. What is a plus b to the n, right? Your first term is a to the n, right? Plus, it's been a long time. Yeah, some binomial coefficient, Pascal number, whatever, Pascal triangle. Okay, so and you have a to the n minus one term, all right, and goes like, well, b to the first, right, and then you have times n c zero, right, binomial coefficient plus a to the n minus one times b and times nc1. Okay, it goes like that. Okay, so all right, And this binomial coefficient, they are integers, okay? They are positive integers, they're natural numbers, okay? So, mm, okay. So that it contains p to the p, or mp to the p minus 1, blah, 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 okay? So they are all divisible by p, okay? Yeah. But, so we don't care about that, okay? So they're divisible by p, okay? So they all end up in zero. Why? If you're doing row algebra, modular arithmetic, okay, so those terms that contains p to the p and p to the p minus 1, it doesn't matter, okay? Dot, dot, dot. But we are only concerned about the very last term, r to the pth, okay? So, all these previous terms, they contain p to the minus, p to the p to the p minus 1, okay, and they're all integers, okay, so what it boils down to after everything is counted, all right, accounted. So AP, a to the pth, rho p, it ends up because all these previous terms they're divisible by p. Okay, yeah, so it becomes zeros, zero plus zero plus zero. Okay, so this becomes equal to r to the pth, rho p. Okay, now does this become r? So that's the question. Let's think about that. Okay. Oh, boy. It's heavy, right? Is there some row algebra theorem that makes this true? If not, maybe we can prove it. Okay. We can come up with brand new theorem, right? If it's not already there. Yeah, it's a labyrinth maze of mathematics. Okay. So yeah, welcome to humanological mathematics. Okay. So, all right. I have some random number. P prime. Okay. Some random number R to the pth. If you divide by P, is it okay, always equal to R? Alright? I don't know yet. Alright, so let's make some concrete examples. Okay, so we're gonna have to grab brand new whiteboard, right? So, so R is a remainder, so it's less than P. Okay, range is from 0 to P minus 1. Okay, if we raise to the P power, alright, P is also prime number. Okay, is it always equal to R? We think about that. Okay, we'll take 5 minutes break. Okay. Because we may come up with brand new formula in mathematics. Okay, we may have discovered something. Okay, so yeah, yeah, this magic of mathematics. Okay, so we may have discovered brand new theorem formula. Okay, yeah, some chaos here. We are random walking. But there's some cosmos, chaos, cosmos, disorderliness, and orderliness. It's kind of mixed together, like yin and yang, right? Yeah, we are doing Western mathematics and also Eastern philosophy, yin and yang, plus and minus, balance. Okay, okay. Dualism, Tai Chi symbol. Okay, yeah, yeah. Mr. Bolo Yang, right? Yeah, bodybuilder, muscular Chinese guy. Okay. Yes, later on he learned some Tai Chi. Okay, Tai Chi is about Taoism, yin and yang, plus and minus, like this. Okay, one go down, one go up, right? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Chinese Tai Chi philosophy. Okay, so Taoism. Right? We take 5 minutes break. Okay, so we think about this. Okay. Right. How interesting. Okay, it's not Chikuan style, drunken master style. We are drunk. I'm drunk, but we are doing mathematics. We are not doing martial arts. Okay, so yeah, drunken mathematicians. Whatever. We don't drink and drive. We are doing mathematics while we are drunk. Nothing illegal. Okay. Right. So we are back, right? Row algebra. Some remainder which is less than p prime number. Okay, p's prime number like can be 11, right? So remainder, yeah, it's like 1 through 10 less than p 11, for example, right? When we divide by r raised to the pth, okay, divide by p, is it equal to r? Well, that's interesting conjecture. We don't know. Can we prove this? Maybe. But I'm inclined to leave this to the future generation to prove or disprove, alright? So, yeah, that's row algebra, okay? Remainder, okay? R raised to p, if we divide by p, the remainder is equal to r. Can p cancel out like that? I don't know. Okay. I don't. Right. It'd be interesting if it is. If not, whatever. Okay, so. Yeah, I is not equal to 0 and also okay. It's strict remainder, okay, so hmm. We can express R in terms of P, okay. So. Alright, let's do our best, okay. So R is equal to P minus K, where K is it can be 1, okay, or less than P, right? So okay. Then P minus K to the Pth, okay. P minus K to the Pth, right? When K is less than P, okay? Hey. What's the first term and last term? Okay, yeah, it's like p to the pth plus blah 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 plus or minus plus or minus. Okay, k to the pth. All right, so okay, it's like never-ending rabbit hole. Yeah, sometimes mathematics end up like that rabbit hole. All right. Yeah. Are we circling around? Are we lost in the woods, forest, circling around? Is this equivalent to this guy we trying to prove? I don't know. Maybe. Ah, you APP, AP, RPP, R. Kinda. Yeah, maybe. But not exactly the same though. Okay, so here you have APP, AP, you have row. But here you don't have any row on the right hand side of equation. Okay. We're making some improvement, some progress, advance. Okay. Okay. If P5, right, R can be 2, right, or 3. Let's say R is 5, 3, P is 5. Okay. 3 to the fifth row 5 is equal to, so 81, 3 to the fourth, that's like 9 times 9, 81. Okay. 81 times 3, 243, right? Remainder, 3. It is true, okay, in this instance. But can we prove this, that it's always the case? Like 5 and 5 cancel out. How interesting, right? Yeah, that's the intrigue, mystery of row algebra. Okay, so. Yeah, this row algebra conjecture, okay, yeah, it may be true. So how do we go about proving it? We have to leave it to the future generation or to us tomorrow. Okay, we get to the bottom of this tomorrow, right? Maybe we'll leave it to the future generation, right? So yeah, how interesting. I mean, there are some professional mathematicians out there doing this modular arithmetic. Okay, modular arithmeticians. Okay, maybe it's easy to prove, but I'm not trending too much in modular arithmetic. Okay, so okay, but this is very interesting. Okay, so I mean to translate back to modular arithmetic, it will be like whatever. Okay, we'll leave it to future generation. So, but it's very interesting. Maybe it's already found and proven in modular arithmetic language. Okay, but we just ran into it, right? How interesting. Right? Yeah, it's beautiful. P and P cancel out, rho disappear. You are left with R remainder. How interesting. How beautiful. Right? Yeah. It's a conjecture because we have not proved it yet. We may tomorrow, but when it comes to today, It's Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. I have to get back to work tomorrow. Okay, so yeah, I sleep on this. Okay, yeah. How interesting. How beautiful. It's a conjecture yet, not been proven yet. Okay, so, all right. If we do prove this cancellation theorem conjecture, okay, if we prove this, then we may have come up with some brand new proof of Fermat's little theorem. Okay, how interesting. Coconut vodka, so good. Ay, beautiful conjecture. Okay, yeah. Quite surprising. Hmm. I mean, we can try to use mathematical induction. It's a kind of shortcut. Okay, so mathematical induction. Yeah, we can try that. We'll take 5 minutes break. Okay, so what time is it now? 9 o'clock. Yeah, come on, cell phone. 9 o'clock. Yeah, we can try to prove this in mathematical induction. Okay, okay. We'll take 5 minutes break and we'll try it. Okay, maybe 10 minutes break. Okay, so okay. Okay, first prime number two, right? Yeah, the remainder, non-zero remainder, that's one. Okay, so one is one. Yeah, we got the first case. But if we assume nth prime number is true for this equation, then can we prove the n plus one prime number? Okay. Very interesting. and very challenging, right? Okay, we assume nth prime number and this equation true. Can we derive that such that n plus first, the next prime number, this is true? Mathematical induction, okay, yeah, it's different kind of mathematical induction. We're dealing with prime numbers, okay, so nth prime number and n plus first, the very next prime number, okay, so we're dealing with something very difficult, right? Okay, very interesting question. If we prove this, yeah, it's definitely publication material, right? So, you know what? Let's continue on this tomorrow, okay? Because it's go way beyond today's episode, right? I have no idea how to prove this, okay? So, interesting conjecture, okay? It's coming with a conjecture that's contribution to mathematics enough, right? We may live to the future generation, children, grandchildren, or we may work on this tomorrow, okay? But for tonight, we did enough service to mathematics, okay? Thank you. Have a nice day. Okay. Good night. Wait. We take 5 minutes break and I have some interesting series of dreams this morning and I'll tell you. Okay. Okay? Yeah, we take 5 minutes break and I'll tell you something about the dreams I had last night, this morning. Okay, so very interesting dreams. Okay. Okay. This we'll leave it for tomorrow or future generation, whatever. Okay. Alright. We'll take 5 minutes break. Okay, we are back. How many minutes? We have like 5 minutes left. Okay, so yeah, that's enough. Yeah, some dream narrative. Okay, so yeah, the British recording artists, the Beatles, they talk about dreams, right? Yeah, the magical mystery tour. Okay, it's about dream sequence. Okay, so yeah, I had this dream, very beautiful dream. Okay, this morning, last night. Okay, so I was like flying. Have you ever had dream about you flying? Right? It was one of those dreams, recurring theme. All right, beautiful dream. It happened in Pampo, in this dream. Yeah, so South Korea, my childhood hometown. Okay, I jumped and I started to fly. People looked at me. Okay, I was like, yeah, I wanna get away from all these people. Okay, in Seoul, South Korea, so I was starting to fly. Han River, Seoul, South Korea River. Okay, and the big buildings. Okay, I got cold. Okay, this wind. I was flying in my dream. Okay, I jumped. I was able to fly. Okay, Seoul, South Korea, Pampo. Okay, a Han River right next to it. Okay, so I just flew in my dream along the river. Right, some big buildings. I got cold. Right, and I had some grapes or blueberries, plastic bag. Okay, strange dreams. Okay, so that's the dream I had last night. In humanology, we talk about anything. Okay, dreams, reality, whatever, ideology, whatever. Okay. So yeah, I was dreaming. Okay, I was flying, and my body got cold because I was flying. Cold wind, South Korea. Okay, so I landed in a building, fancy building, modernized, westernized building. Okay, some floor in the middle of this huge building. Okay, okay. So I just crashed into this building, landed in this building without any permission. It's very business-like building. I took elevator to get down to the ground floor level, right? Going down, okay. I had to because some big buildings they have multiple elevators. You have to switch elevators, right, to get down the ground level sometimes, right? Okay, yeah, yeah, and then when I was switching elevators, different floors over these 30-story buildings in Seoul, South Korea in this dream last night, this morning, okay. Yeah, I met some beautiful Korean girls. They were willing to marry me, okay. Some Korean employers in this dream, they were females. They were looking at me, willing to hire me, okay. Some young Korean ladies in this dream, willing to marry me, okay. What did I say in this dream? No, yeah, Korea is great country, but I'm in America, Alaska, America. So because in Alaska, America, we have freedom, more space. Okay, so thank you, but I go back to America. Okay, so that was that dream. Okay, something else happened too. Okay, what happened? Yeah, I'll tell you more about this sequence of dream sequence. Okay, maybe tomorrow. Right. So tomorrow we have this day. We have to get to the bottom of that row algebra. All right, and narrative of these dreams I had last night, this morning. Okay, so it was a very nice dream. Okay, all right. Thank you. Good night. Bye. Have a nice day. Have a nice week. Have a nice year. Thank you. Happy New Year.